Hello students, welcome back to the new video of Science Chapter 6 Combustion and Flame. The previous videos I had already explained about the conditions in which the uh, combustion takes place, what is ignition, temperature, etc. So today first we will start with an activity related to the ignition temperature of the substance is different. The lowest temperature at which the substance can start burning is called its ignition temperature. So ignition temperature of different objects are different. So today you are going to study about the ignition temperature, how it will work out. So there is one activity is given. So first I will explain that. For this, take two paper cups of the same size and one paper cup add 50 ml water and the other one empty. Then both the paper cups we can start heating with the help of candles of equal flame. Then observe that what we can observe it, the empty paper cup starts burning, whereas the paper cup filled with water does not burn. Water in it will become hot, and even if we will continue heating, it will boil also. So from this what you can understand, by heating the paper cup filled with water, the water will absorb the heat and the ignition temperature of the paper is not reached and it does not burn. Whereas in the empty paper cup, directly the heat is absorbed in the paper and its ignition temperature will reach and the paper cup starts burning. And in the second cup filled with water, the heat is absorbed by the paper, is transferred the heat through conduction method to water and the water starts getting heated. So paper cup's ignition temperature is not reaching, so it will not burn. So this is about the activity. Now if we will continue heating the cup, we can even boil the water in the paper cup. I told just now, if we will continue heating, the water in the paper cup is boiling also. The heat supplied to the paper cup is transferred to the water by the conduction method. So in the presence of water, the ignition temperature of the paper is not reached, so it does not burn. The substance which have very low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire is with a flame are called inflammable substances. So those substances, its ignition temperature is very low, they can catch fire very fast. For example, LPG, CNG, then alcohol, petrol, diesel, etc. Kerosene, all these can catch fire very fast because their ignition temperature is very low. Now the question is coming, how do we control fire? During the summer season, you might be heard that many factories or the mills or some buildings, etc., due to the short circuit or due to some other reason, the fire starts damaging the buildings, injuries to the people, etc. So sometimes the fire will be breaking out in homes, shops, and factories, mills, etc. So if you had already heard or seen this type of fire, you can write a short note about that. What was your experience? Or you can share with your friends also about this fire how it happened, what people had done, how they tried to control all these things. Now, if a fire happens, what is the first thing we will do? We have to note down the telephone number of the fire stations near your area. If a fire breaks out in your house or nearby your house, first thing you have to call the fire force. It is very important that all of us know the telephone numbers of the fire service. Police, fire people, as well as the ambulance, all these numbers, essential things we have to keep in our mind, and in our diary also we have to keep. When a fire brigade arrives, you can see on the picture one fire brigade officer is doing the work. You can see a fire forceman trying to extinguish the fire. How he is extinguishing the fire? You see that they are having big pipes and connected with the water tank, and with high pressure the valve will be open, the water will be flowing on the place where the fire catches. When a fire brigade arrives, what they will do? It pours water on the fire. Water cools the combustible material so that its temperature is brought below its ignition temperature. So how the water works on to extinguish fire? Because the object which catches fire, its ignition temperature is already reached, that's why it starts burning. So when water will pour on that, it cools down the combustible material, and naturally its ignition temperature is also coming below or very low temperature, so that slowly and slowly the fire extinguishes. This prevents the fire from spreading. Water vapors also surround the combustible material, helping in cutting off the supply of water. So first thing is it prevents the ignition temperature. It cools and cools the combustible material to come below the ignition temperature. Second thing, it cut off the supply of oxygen or air so that the object cannot burn. So the fire is extinguished. Now, these are, you can see on the screen how the fire extinguisher works out. You have learned that there are 3 essential requirements for producing fire. Which are the 3 essential requirements? One is to supply oxygen, that is air. Air is very essential for burning any substance. Second thing is fuel. And third thing is heat, to raise the temperature of the fuel beyond the ignition temperature. So enough oxygen is there, air is there, then combustible substance, that is fuel, is there, then its ignition temperature is more than that, then only the object can catch fire. So these are the 3 conditions in which a fire can take place. The job of a fire extinguisher is to cut off the supply of air to bring down the temperature of the fuel. So how the fire extinguisher works? The fire extinguisher cut off the supply of oxygen or air to bring down the temperature of the fuel, or sometimes both. Notice that the fuel is, in most cases, cannot be So the fire extinguisher works like a cut off the air supply, and it also brings down the temperature of the fuel, sometimes both. So now you will study about the most common fire extinguisher. Which is the most common fire extinguisher? The most common fire extinguisher is water. But water works only when the things like wood and paper are on fire. If electrical equipment is on fire, water may conduct electricity and harm those trying to douse the fire. So those who are working to extinguish fire, if a short due to the electrical equipment the fire catches, then if he will apply water over it, the person may get shock, electric shock, because it is conducts electricity through water. Water is also not suitable for fires involving oil and petrol. If the fire catches due to oil or petrol, then also it is very dangerous to extinguish with the water. What is the reason behind it? Because this oil and petrol or diesel etc., they are having less density, so they floats on the water, and it again spreads the fire. It sinks below the oil, and the oil keeps burning on the top. So oil or the petrol or diesel etc., they are having low density, so they will float on the water. Water goes down, so it cannot cover over this fire. So the fire will be spreading, and we cannot extinguish with the help of water. So if the fire catches on paper, wood etc., then we can stop by applying water. If it is catching because of electric circuit or oil or petrol, diesel etc., we should not use water as a fire extinguisher. In such cases, how we will put off the fire, we can see now. On the screen also, one fire extinguisher you might have seen in your schools, your buildings etc., libraries, everywhere, hospitals. These small fire extinguishers are there. How they work it, you can study now. For fire involving electrical equipment and inflammable materials like petrol or diesel, carbon dioxide is the best extinguisher. Why carbon dioxide is using there? Carbon dioxide being heavier than oxygen, it covers the fire like a blanket. Since the contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off, the fire is controlled. So when carbon dioxide spreads over the fire, it stops entering of air into it. So slowly and slowly the fire will be under control, and it acts like a blanket, not allowing the air to enter it. The added advantage of carbon dioxide is that in most cases it does not harm the electrical equipment. If any electrical equipment is there, and if we will pour water over it, it may damage. So if we will use carbon dioxide gas as a fire extinguisher, it will act as a blanket, cut off the air supply, and comes down the objects below ignition temperature, and it prevents the fire. At the same time, it will not harm the electrical equipment also. Now, how do we get the supply of carbon dioxide How can we fill that carbon dioxide in this type of fire extinguishers? How it will work? We can study now. It can be stored at high pressure as a liquid in cylinders. So it is a cylindrical jar which is filled with a liquid high pressure. It's stored at a high pressure as a liquid in cylinders. In what form is the LPG stored in cylinders? You might have seen the household cylinders. It is in liquefied petroleum gas. So same way here carbon dioxide gas is also in liquid form. It is filled in that cylinder, and when we will press the nozzle of that, suddenly it will vaporize and carbon dioxide gas is coming out. Carbon dioxide expands enormously. When it is released from the cylinder, carbon dioxide expands enormously in volume and cools down. So it not only forms a blanket around the fire, it also brings down the temperature of the fuel. So when a cylinder is opening, this high pressure liquefied carbon dioxide which comes out from the cylinder, it expands enormously and cools down. So it not only forms a blanket around the fire, it also brings down the temperature of the fuel which is catching the fire. Its temperature, ignition temperature is coming down. That is why it is an excellent fire extinguisher. Another way to get carbon dioxide is to release a lot of dry powder of chemicals like sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda, or potassium bicarbonate. Near the fire, these chemicals give off carbon dioxide. So if we will sprinkle dry potassium bicarbonate or sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda, then also this will produce a lot of carbon dioxide, and it will control the or prevents the fire which is already spread out in that place. So this is about the fire extinguisher. So fire extinguisher, normally the common fire extinguisher is water, but always water we cannot use. If it is catching fire because of a wood or paper or cloth, etc., we can use water as a fire extinguisher. If the fire break out due to the electric short circuit or due to the combustion of oil, petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc., in such cases water is not suitable, as water, if due to the electricity, if the fire catches, if we will sprinkle water over it, it may get shock to the person who is handling that. And if oil, petrol or diesel, etc., catching fire, and if we will sprinkle water over it, then oil and all, they are having less density, so it floats on the water and water goes down. So again the fire will be spreading everywhere and the person may get injuries. So for fire involving electrical equipment and highly inflammable materials like petrol, diesel, etc., carbon dioxide gas is used as a best extinguisher. It will be heavier gas and it spreads over the fire just like a blanket, cut off the oxygen and also brings down the below the ignition temperature of the object. Moreover, it will not harm the electrical equipment also. This carbon dioxide cylinders are using at a high pressure a liquid. It is filled in as a liquid in cylinders, and when it will open, the carbon dioxide gases comes out enormously in volume and cools down, and it forms like a blanket around the fire. It also brings down the temperature of the fuel. So it is used as an excellent fire extinguisher. Another way to get carbon dioxide is applying dry powder of chemicals like sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate near the fire, so the chemicals give off carbon dioxide. So this is about fire extinguishers. Students, today I am going to complete today's session. Remaining part of the chapter I will explain in the next video. So today, which I had explained, you read the chapter properly and try to understand. Next video, I will talk about types of combustion. So today, I am going to wind up. Goodbye.